Hi, we're Bond. Welcome to Sessions at AOL.
Haley Ecker, Tanya Davis, Gaye Westerhoff, and Eos Chater. Together they make up the British quartet Bond. The classically trained instrumental quartet came together a few years ago with the intention of branding a unique sound that fully integrated each of their musical strengths.
The way we formed, it was about 3 years ago. We were all in London studying at music college. We were all friends. We thought it'd be fun to get a group together using our classical training, using the string quartet medium, but kind of exploring it a bit further with a contemporary edge. So, we perform on electric instruments, we play around with distortion pedals and wah-wah pedals. But we didn't know it would happen on this grand scale. We ended up meeting someone who helped get us a record deal, and so it kind of snowballed from there, really.
When their first album, Born, was released in the UK 2 years ago, they debuted at number 2 on the classical charts. Almost immediately, they were blacklisted by the chart chiefs and removed for not being classical enough.
Well, at first I thought it was a publicity stunt by the record company. But it was actually true, and then I was thinking, I was a bit shocked. And then I just thought it was all a bit silly, really. It was great for us because we just got tons of publicity and people like going, "We support you girls, don't you worry," and it really got people on our side. But the whole argument about it not being classical enough, and they had all this criteria. And they were saying, you have to be in a classical idiom. And we're like going, yeah, we're a string quartet, that's quite a classical idiom. And then saying, the music must have been composed by a proper composer. And we're like, well, Magnus, he's a composer. He's composed some of the music, there you go. And coming up with all these hypocritical things, and it was such a load of rubbish.
You have a good system over here in America on the chart. You actually have a crossover chart, I think, which is probably the only country in the world to have that. I guess that makes it a bit clearer. But for us, we don't really care about charts. It's all just, it doesn't really matter anyway. We just kind of do what we do and don't worry about that kind of stuff.
And do they ever feel their image overpowers the music?
Not at all, actually. We do get asked that question a lot, but I think it's because people have this kind of preconceived idea of what a string quartet should wear and what they should look like. But with our music, I think we'd look, quite ridiculous if we were wearing conservative long black, like the traditional kind of classical outfit. So I think, for us, we actually choose our own clothes. We've only recently had a stylist, although this is all our own stuff. So there isn't someone behind us pushing us, telling us what to wear. We're just wearing what we want to wear and what girls of our age are wearing to go out and, go clubbing, that kind of thing. So we feel really comfortable with it. And I think it goes well with the music because it is more like pop music. It isn't really classical.
According to them, their image may get people in their seats, but it's the power of the music in performance that keeps them in their seats.
Otherwise, like all the top supermodels would have #1 hits, and often you've had people, who is it, release some, Naomi Campbell and Caprice and everything, releasing things and they just bomb because, they look great, but you've got to be able to back it up as well. And that's obviously where our hearts lie as well, because we've been playing since we were 5, and we don't, it's only since we've been doing this and everyone's kind of going, oh, sexy image and everything, and we kind of look at each other going, nah. But I think it's just because really with, it's 4 girls and everything.
Beyond the concert stage and album projects, the band feels they have great opportunities to reach new audiences through club culture and movie soundtracks.
And we're meeting a lot of film people, and sort of, I think that would be a really, really cool genre to sort of get into, simply because instrumental music lends itself so well to that. And also with this album, there are a couple of tracks on it that with I think Speed, and there's 1 or 2 other ones that we're sending out to DJs to remix. So to sort of kind of go down that club line or dance line, but do it properly, that would be quite cool. So I know there's lots of areas to explore. So I think we made, like on this album for Shine, we had 20 tracks. That's just the way I had to kind of like wind them down to 12. So that goes to prove that there's heaps of stuff to do.